Steve, tell me, when did you first find out about Manzanar?
Manzanar. I learned about Manzanar when I was a child, and my parents would talk about camp. And I didn't completely understand what camp was, but sometime in the late 60s, they bought this book and left it lying around. It was called America's Concentration Camps by a retired Navy captain, Alan Bosworth. And it had photos and told the story of some of the horrible political shenanigans as well as the tragedy to people's lives. And it was in print, and it was the only book like it that I knew of. And so I think my parents' plot was successful. I'm one of the fortunate Japanese-American third-generation kids whose parents did talk about it. Many did not. Many parents didn't talk about it for shame and all kinds of reasons, but my parents were actually very candid about it. This story is something that's been a part of my family for so long. So my whole life, it's been a part of my identity. And part of that is not just the story itself, but the fact that the story is so unknown. The story seems to get whitewashed out of history again and again. I continue to meet people in 2017 in the United States who don't even know the story at all, or have only heard a little bit of the story. And there are many people who misunderstand the story and come to ideas of their own about how it was justified and why it wasn't so bad. And so to be able to tell the story more completely and with personal testimony, I'm glad for that information to get out. But I also feel like it's honoring to my family. During the presidential election, there was a lot of rhetoric against immigrants, threatening immigrants. And I had many friends who thought, how could this be happening in America? But I remember my thought was, this is the America I've always known. It's just people are seeing it now. It's been an interesting journey for me. I feel like when I was in high school, when I was a teenager, I dealt with it by denial, I think. I came to terms with America by simply doing what I saw everyone else doing, is act as if it never happened. And so I believed in America that was all the things that I'd been taught in elementary school, a noble place. As an adult, I've had to come to terms with a lot of things and had to make some decisions about forgiveness and about constant vigilance for my own complicity in things and my own failure to stand up when I need to stand up, and a different vision of America that I still believe in by God's grace, but it's not a perfect place, and a place that's going to have to find its strength in honesty and self-reflection and humility, which I don't know how to get there except by the grace of God.